Hello and welcome to another video. So today's video is going to be around nutrition strategy. Not giving advice. I'm going to tell you what I've thought of so far. Sorry, nutrition strategy for the Fred Whitton. So I'm going to discuss with you what I've kind of decided so far. But yeah, also I'd like to get a conversation going with those of you that are doing it or have done it, about what sort of strategy you've used. Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys, there's about 3 weeks left to go now, and I'm slowly starting to brick it. I'm just on my penultimate long ride. I've got a 6-hour ride to do today, but I do need to be on because I'm having a car charger fitted at the house today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into this ride because you've all seen up here before, that's Blackstone Edge, and that's the way over to Ripondon. I did a video up here the other week. I've even looked at that now where I went up all 3 climbs which meet at the top of there. Yeah, really starting to get nervous. Honestly, I can't wait for it to be done. People keep going, oh, you're going to smash it, you're going to smash it. It's like, yeah, really appreciate it, the comments, but don't bloody make me any more calmer. And I don't think I'm going to smash it. I think I'm just going to be limping round, if I'm honest with you. But as long as I make it to the finish line. Anyway, yeah, I'm not getting into that. Like I said, today's video is all about nutrition. So one thing I'll show you quickly on the bike. I was going to buy one of these, but then I found one that I bought years ago when I very first started riding. There's a little handlebar bag. It's got some bits in there. And I will show you in due course, but yeah, I need to get some miles on the belt because I'm only about an 11 mile into a 75-mile ride. So yeah, let's get cracking. This weather is absolutely grim. Honestly, I just keep getting flipping really bad weather. Earlier in the week, today was looking like a really good day. I look over there on the horizon, weather looks nice. Fingers crossed it's not like this on the Fred. So yeah, nutrition. So, there's not much technicality to it really. I have been reading a couple of things about eating 1 gram of carbs per kilo of body weight, which would put me at 115 grams of carbs an hour. And I honestly don't know how I'd bloody carry that much. Certainly not to keep me going for like, I don't know, 3 hours, 4 hours. I know the Fred's going to be a hell of a lot longer than that, but I imagine that's what it's going to be to the first stop. So I've got a load of Kendall mint cake products, and I'm not 100% sure on the grams of carbs per, what the grams of carbs are per thing, but today, well at the minute, I've just had one of these Kendall mint cake, and there's 34 grams of carbs in that little thing. 3 of them would put me about, what, 102 grams of carbs? Well, obviously I don't want to be eating mint all the way around, because I know that key to this Fred Whitton on the day is going to be nutrition, hydration and pacing myself. If I can get them 3 things nailed, then stand a fighting chance of getting it completed along with the training what I've done. Right, I want to get down off this hill because it's bloody windy, and I daren't put my mic out at the minute because it's flipping keeps raining. The wind has been brutal, absolutely brutal. Feel alright though, although I'm just on a climb here. I just thought stopping having something to eat. I've done 29 mile and 2,362 foot of climbing. I ain't eaten for ages, and this is my problem, is that I don't eat. It's like before it's too late, then I realise I need to eat. I have set a thingy on there on my Wahoo to remind me every 20 minutes to take some fluids on. yeah, I need to nail them. But anyway, so just having some of this natural energy wholesome superfood bar from Kendall Mint Cake, and that's got about 40 grams of carbs in that, which is decent, although a little tricky to eat on the bike. But the plan is on the Fred is I'm going to stop every hour, stop, stretch off, or maybe even 10 mile, I don't know. Stop, stretch off, take on some foods, make sure I'm drinking. I just hope to God the atmosphere gets me through, you know, because, yeah. Right, food time. So I've just stopped just to take a minute. I've just done the climb up from, I don't know, I know it takes me up to the Long Causeway, forget the area. It's when you come through Todd and you go over the tops and into Burnley, you turn right and then go up and over the Long Causeway. It's not mega steep, but so let's have a little Fred Whitton training recap update for the week. So on Monday I did a 5x5 threshold workout. Then on Wednesday, Tuesday rest day. Wednesday I went out Wednesday morning. It should have been a 90-minute ride at certain amounts of power, but my bloody battery died on my power meter, so I rode for an hour and 45 minutes, which really enjoyed. It was freezing, but the weather was nice. It was clear blue skies, not much wind. It was beautiful. Then last night I did another lactic threshold workout, but this time it was a 6 minute working sets with only 4 minutes rest in between instead of 5 minutes that I had on Monday. And it was tough. It was really tough, but yeah, got through it. Oh, and that was at 345 watts. And then today I've got a 6-hour ride, but looking at the data, another one I'm not going to be completing 6 hours on again. I've got to be home to have I've got 3.5 hours, and I need to be back at the house and showered for the electrician who's coming to fit the car charger. I've currently done 2 hours and 46 minutes, but I'm definitely stopping in Ebden Bridge or Watsana. The food I've had so far hasn't been enough. I need to get on top of the eating, I really do, because it feels, do you know what, honestly, between us, I am really struggling, really struggling mentally at the minute with all this training, because I'm just constantly there in my head from the minute I open my eyes in the morning to the moment I go to bed at night. But I just got to get this next week of training out and done, dusted, and then hopefully I'm going to be on taper then. I don't know what that means. Scott was saying last week, who I rode with, it was in the last video, that usually he's taper 3 weeks before, which I don't know, it seems a bit long for me, that. I don't know, like I said, this is my first coach, but yeah. Let's get down this hill, because hopefully Ebden Bridge is there and I can get some food. Get a bacon and sausage. Well, I'm not come back to you for, I can't remember when. I think it was on the descent down to Ebden Bridge. Got to the cafe and the heavens opened, and it's pretty much not stopped all the way. I had a puncture, so I had to go into Blazing Saddles at Ebden Bridge and use their pump. Started pumping the tyre up thinking the sealant had sealed it, and flipping sealant all over the shop floor. Tried to plug it using the Dyna plug, which, let me tell you, brilliant, really good. Just needed a bit more force than I was expecting, but once it went in, that was it. Tyre was rock solid. Well, obviously once I pumped it up. This video is about nutrition, and there's not really been much nutrition in it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get home, get showered, and I'm going to come back to you as I finish this video off. Well, you couldn't write it. So clearly it's stopped raining now, and actually when I set off to pick Ruben up from nursery, I just picked him up and I've got Cade with me.
Hiya.
Hiya, mate. The sun was shining and now it looks like it could possibly rain on us, but we're not that far from home. But today I got absolutely soaked. 2 or 3 things that become apparent to me on today's ride was, one, I need a waterproof, packable, lightweight jacket that fits me, because getting wet is no fun. Although the black jacket I had on is kind of like a little bit lightweight, showerproof, but on that last bit home I got soaked to the core and it did nothing. I need some gloves with decent padding in the palm, because the 100% gloves that I wear just aren't good enough for the road bike. My hand there is killing me. It's right on, I think, one of the, I don't know, I'm not a medical person, but there's something in there that's getting pressed and causing my thumb to go numb. So I'm constantly like this on the bars, and I need that anyway just for general riding. But I want a mitt type. I've seen some gyro ones which I could possibly get, that have got good reviews. I need to be consuming more carbohydrates on the rides, so I'm looking at some carbohydrate powders. If any of you have got any tips or advice on any of this, leave links and comments down below. So in brief, today's ride, I've done 60.94 mile, so just shy of 100k, 4,639 foot of climbing, which is, it's alright I guess, and I covered 4.5 hours, which is an hour and a half short of the 6-hour target I was going for. But I weren't staying out in that rain, it was horrendous, it was battering me. I was just too cold and too wet. And it is all about, there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad kit. But I don't want to spend a fortune on the kit, because if I weren't training for this ride and I knew the weather was going to be the way it was going to be today, absolutely categorically I wouldn't have gone out. So yeah, I don't want to spend a fortune on a jacket. I'm thinking anywhere between 50 and 100 quid. But anyway, on that, I'm going to leave this video here. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next week. Have a great week, guys. Next week is my last week of training, and then we're on taper.